All right, I think we're live. Action VJ, our trusty moderator, is here. Let me just make sure the setup is working correctly. Pervez Khan is here. Vivian Johnson says, good afternoon, boss. Good afternoon, boss, to you. Who's Jaw? Thomas. All right. All right, I've verified that everything is working. This is not what I wanted to do today. A little full disclosure here. Whoa, how did that happen? It's like my DJI got messed up. Yeah, as mentioned, I came down here to make a video and I turned my camera on and it said no SD card in it. I left the SD card in my editing rig at home. And normally I bring a second camera with me or have another SD card, but as luck would have it, I didn't. So instead we're live streaming today. How's that? No video on Saturday. Fortunately, I made one yesterday for the channel. I've got something I need to attend to right after this live stream. I am, in fact, an idiot, but here we are. Janine Glider's here. Block is here. Amelie is here. Majid, Sunjib, 82 Windows. So this is Dundas Street West in Roncesvalles, which is the neighborhood I came here to record, is in that direction, but we're not going to be doing that today. I might come back tomorrow and do Roncesvalles and Parkdale, which was my plan today. Oops. And then I was going to record again and go live tomorrow maybe, or do a short live, but can't record, we'll stream. The Tummy Section by Deli Boys, that used to be a donair restaurant, if I'm not mistaken. So this is Dundas Street, but we're going to be hitting College, and then I'm just going to keep going east. Marge is here. Luca. Action VJ enjoying the crisp streaming picture, courtesy of the DJI Osmo Pocket 3, which I wish I left the memory card in. And normally I have one in my backpack, just in case. And I looked around and I didn't see any stores where I could buy one, so I was like, eh. Anyways, that's enough ranting about that. Sanjib says, what's the plan for today? Well, the plan is just to go this way for a while, eventually make my way to the Yonge Street subway, Vinyl Records, Vintage Repairs, full service parts. So Dundas Street West is going to branch up here, and I'll head along College. I didn't feel like doing Roncesvalles and Parkdale on stream just because I'm going to be pre-recording a video through there soon anyways. RJ McKenzie's here. We're going to be walking by Bandit Brewery in a second. Some old school fuel trucks. When the edibles kick in is here. It's cold now. Yeah, it's about 8 degrees. It's cold, but it's not like ridiculous. It's cold enough that I didn't want to live stream yesterday. It's the Curious Cannabis. And next Sunday coming up is the Santa Claus Parade. Last year, I did that and that video got well over 100,000 views. And look at this, Bandit Brewery. This used to be an outdoor patio. And look at this, how nice is that? Wow. don't want to like stick the camera right up in the window, but they have really made this into something pretty special. MW Akavi is here, says greetings everyone. Greetings and hello. The last time I live streamed was what? Wednesday night? My last two were at night, so we're due for a daylight stream anyways. There's a place called the Golden Peacock. Diego is here. Greetings, Diego. I don't know, Wing Zero. I don't know. But this place, Master Mechanic, apparently is condo bound. RJ says, is it cold? It's cool. I'll say that much about it. This is the most flattening area of Toronto, or fattening, flattening. Sanjib says, can you do it for 2 hours? Do what for 2 hours? I can do a lot of things for 2 hours. I do have the battery pack on me. So I don't know when the stream will end, but I generally aim to get them around 90 minutes, but lately they've been going on a bit longer. We'll see. Fern McKee says, happy Saturday from sunny Hannah, Alberta. There's a commoner. So the Junction Triangle is up ahead, the West Toronto Railpath Trail, the Museum of Contemporary Art in Dundas West. But we're gonna keep it to college, I think. I haven't been to college yet. High Notes, coffee, and vinyl. Crikey says, good what? I don't even have the time. Alejandra is here. Sammy Woo, Jelly Bean. I don't know if there's going to be a Krispy Kreme stop on this one, Jelly Bean. Toronto's doo-wop music guy is here from Belleville. Hey, we might have a moderator up in your neck of the woods. When the edibles kick in, says, is the stream choppy? Uh-oh, it was choppy once only, the first time ever I streamed with this thing. And it smoothed out, and then it didn't get choppy again. Let me see. It seems kind of okay. I don't know, doesn't seem too bad. Jellybean says she won't unsubscribe. I hope you know. But if you do, I'll be sad. Look at this place. Antique shop. Christine Camley is here. Hello, Christine. I got your super. I just went over my comments. Thank you so much, Christine, for your support, and good to see you back. Always a positive influence. And we are heading east connection. VJ says looks fine to me. Thank you for your confirmation. So who will be watching the Grey Cup tomorrow? I might. See if the Alouettes can pull another victory out of their butt. Spoken like a true bitter Toronto fan. This is Sororan Avenue. We're just gonna wait for the lights. And we are already at over 200 viewers. Thank you guys. Just a friend. Sorry guys, had a connection snafu. But Marge, thank you for the $5 for the daily IPA. Much appreciated. Sorry the connection conked out. Christine Camley, $20. Nice seeing a live stream, Johnny. Grab a bevy and enjoy. Thank you, Christine. Thank you, Marge. Looks like there's super chats for bevies rolling in. Thank you both. Well, that was the worst timing for the connection to go out too, right? As 2 super chats rolled in. I hate missing those just because I know the feeling of sending one and then the streamer on the other end doesn't get it for whatever reason. Vivian Johnson, Marge, let's make it 2 IPA, $5. Vivian, thank you so much for the $5. You guys are trying to get me drunk tonight. Thank you, Christine. Thank you, Marge. Thank you, Vivian. If the connection does freeze like that, I can resume it pretty good with this, and also I can always resume it with my iPhone 15 Pro here. So it won't be the end of the world. Let's look at the rail corridor. I'll zoom in on the CN Tower. Thomas Brown, $5. I don't think 3's a crowd when it comes to beverages. Thomas Brown, thank you so much. Well, I guess we've got Marge, Vivian, Christine, now you, plus me. That is 5's a crowd. Thank you, Thomas. And yes, I don't have stream alert set up, so if a super comes in, you're gonna have to deal with looking at me. Thank you guys. Johnny gonna get drunk with all the IPAs. Well, Johnny has something else to do, unfortunately, after the stream. But maybe we'll squeeze a drink or 10 in later. Janelle York is here. Have I watched the Boogie 2988 documentary? I have. Apparently, not everything is as it seems in that documentary. He's not quite as broke as it seems. And this is a guy that was routinely making $30,000, $40,000 a month. And we're supposed to feel sorry for him that he lost it all by spending it on escorts and that sort of thing. Sorry, Boogie. I don't know. I think the documentary was smart on his part because he was kind of fading into irrelevance. Now all of a sudden he's relevant again. Hey, your cousin Marcus in Arizona said hello. Sorry, I can't read every chat here. My cousin in Arizona would be very proud of me for using an iPhone 15 Pro to monitor the chat. But hello, up in Arizona, Arn, 11.99 euros it looks like. Thanks for every stream. You are welcome. Thank you so much, Arn. Much appreciated for the support. Let me scroll up and see if I can see that message. Marcus T, greetings from your cousin in AZ, or AZ, I guess we should say. What's up, Marcus? Hope you and the fam are doing well. We'll have to get together at some point, maybe over the holidays. I can tell you all about how much I hate the iPhone. Isn't that all we ever talk about? You must be tired of listening to me talk about that. And we're at 256 viewers already. So instead of doing the more interesting thing and sticking to Dundas Street West here, we're going to go along College, and that'll take us through a little Portugal and a little Italy, and then we'll keep going. Marcus says, yes, sir. And again, next Sunday, I hope to be doing the Santa Claus Parade. I was just talking to Jeff from the Travel Fund 69 channel, and I think he might be doing it. Maybe Ken will be doing it. It's always good when your little hokey live stream does more views than the official TV broadcast. We'll see if we can pull that feed off again this year. There we go. All right, so this is the very beginning of College Street West. Actually, there is no west because east it becomes Carlton. Stop for Portuguese chicken. There's a few really good Portuguese spots on the way. More if I walked along Dundas, but I feel like I walked along Dundas like a few months ago on a stream, and I haven't done this stretch. Ricky Rude watching from home, and we've almost cracked 300 views. Smitty says Portuguese tarts are really good. I couldn't even tell you what they are. Point one out of a tart lineup. Denmark says watching the stream on the first in recovery mode has been your go-to in the last 2 years. There's the Steadfast Brewing Company. A boot to get the crossing signal here. Steve Grant is here. I'll answer the question absolutely nobody is asking in a moment. Karen H says I'm heading towards her neighborhood. And that question is, what shoes am I wearing? Am I wearing the Barefoots? The Vivos? And the answer to that is no. I've worn those every day this week, so we're mixing it up. And we're going with the Ultra Lone Peak 7s. 0 drop, wide toe box. Not barefoot, but the next best thing as we go east along the south side of College.
Almost at Lansdowne and College.
When Edibles kick in, says I need a substantial outsole in November. As long as it's not snow and ice, I'm gonna stick to the barefoots. Otherwise, I'll wear these. They've got pretty good lugs on them. They're actually trail shoes, so they can handle most conditions. And then I've got the Merrell boots for, and there's really a lot of shit. And if I need some waterproofing, Mr. Mountain Hiker is here. Glad you caught this one. You've been busy biking around New York City. Did you bring a camera with you? Is it as annoying as Zero Enigma makes it look like? "82 Windows says start my own shoe brand." You know, I get these like promotional offers all the time from these or sponsorship offers, and a goth clothing and accessory brand reached out to me to feature like goth items. Like what? Like, did they not do any research at all, or just like spam that same DM out to everyone they found on Insta? I almost feel like I would be mocking them if I took them up on that offer. No, I have never been a goth. I once dyed my hair black. Smitty says emo clothing. Can you imagine that? I'm like peddling goth merch to you guys. Ricky says, because of you, my girlfriend bought me a pocket gimbal. You're looking into something like this, but from ghetto youth perspective. Which one did she get you? Good to know, Mr. Mountain Hiker. Maybe you'll be putting those up on YouTube. When Edibles kick in, says my Dr. Pepper shirt is very goth. I've got 3 Dr. Pepper shirts. I had my 2 classics, and my mom added one to the collection. She also got me kind of like a black and gray version of the same flannel shirt Action Kid and Ken have. Maybe I'll wear that on the Sunday night stream and drink some 40 Creek. I will be probably streaming tomorrow night on the Johnny Stumbles channel. That one should be 7:30 or 8 p.m. Not positive on that. I do take those off every once in a while. Mark is here. Christopher Eubanks, I don't even know what you're talking about. There's a Christmas parade on already. It feels, I love the Christmas spirit. I love the decorations. I love the cheer. But can we not make it a bylaw, like, let's roll all that out on December 1st? It just feels like we go from Halloween to Christmas. Not complaining, I like it. I just think it might be a little more meaningful if it was a little shorter lived. Greetings, Lucky A. So this is Little Portugal. The more interesting part is just south of here. Rama Kanata, arigato, 1,000 Japanese yen. And this year I teased about going to Japan and I never did it, but stay tuned. I will definitely be going next year. Thank you so much for the 1,000 yen. The traveling will be back in full force, I promise. This year, what did I do? I did Montreal, Korea, Vietnam, Thailand, Paris, and Spain. I'm missing one trip. Oh, I also did the Dominican Republic. I might squeeze in like a New York City or Quebec City trip in December. I haven't worked that out yet, but it's something I kind of want to do. RJ says, I bet it's cold out there. No, not that cold. It's about 8. Sorry. I honestly do not have change to spare. It's one of the realities of 2023, unfortunately. If you ever wondered what a Dollarama looks like. Thank you, Marge, for confirming. IH says, hey there. I enjoyed these streams and you're wondering if anyone else is having trouble with the clarity of the sound in the last week. All of a sudden, Johnny sounds very muffled. Let me listen to it. Anyone else is having trouble with the clarity of the sound in the last week? All of a sudden, Johnny sounds very muffled. Let me listen to it. Sounds fine to me. If it is, that would be because maybe the microphone is getting like snagged underneath something. I've got it right there. But if it ever sounds bad, do let me know. Generally speaking, I hear a lot in the comments. Maple Dubs, $13.99. Hey Johnny, we missed you on our trip to Toronto this past week. Maybe next time. Thanks again for all the content from Bancroft, Ontario. Yes, maybe I'll run into you at UFC 297. Maple Dubs, $13.99. Sorry we didn't run into each other. Thank you so much, Maple Dubs. And have you seen the UFC ticket prices? Holy cow. Over $600 for nosebleeds. You must have a vault of unlimited money. I looked at that. I really want to go. But it's just, they're going to do like a gate of over $30 million. It is just stupid what they're asking. I mean, I still might end up going. And I still might end up seeing you. It's just one of those things. Speaking of UFC, I think there's an event tonight. I watched Bellator last night. 301, their last ever show on Showtime, their last ever show pre-merger. The undefeated Yaroslav Amosov is now defeated. Danny Sabatello and Rafael Stotts put on one of the best MMA fights you'll ever see from a skill point of view. And we're at Dufferin Road. I'll stop talking about MMA. We're at Dufferin and College. Yes, that's the street we're walking across. Yeah, if the microphone ever... Oh, you know what? I think my microphone just flipped upside down. One sec. I'm gonna re-sort my microphone out. I can't see the chat for a sec. How did that happen? How's that? Hopefully that's a little better. And my iPhone brightness keeps bumping around. Stefan says, could you quickly describe how you're getting the Pocket 3 to stream via phone? Are you using 2 phones? I am using 2 phones, but you only need one. I've got my Galaxy S20 here as a hotspotting phone. I didn't realize I had a shit angle when I put that down. Sorry, guys. And I'm using the 15 Pro to see the chat, but really you just need one phone. but each one of these has a SIM card, so why not? I'm gonna put the camera down for one more sec and tighten my belt. My pants are coming loose. Have I lost too much weight? Sorry about that, guys. How do I turn auto brightness off of this iPhone? It keeps dimming the damn screen. I'll figure that out. I really hate this thing. How is the camera on the ground? There's a tripod. Alejandro says, don't make a scene. You know, I was walking down the street today, no word of a lie, on my way to stream, not knowing I didn't have a memory card, and streaming is all I would be doing. I felt a little gust of wind in a place where you shouldn't, and I realized my fly was down. I then thought, did anyone see me between leaving my apartment and being outside? And I don't think anyone did. No wardrobe malfunction during the stream? Yeah. I have planned a Justin Timberlake, Janet Jackson type moment. That's how I'm going to break through and get 1 million subscribers. It's exactly what I need to do. Oh well, I guess a fly down happens to everyone at some point. This is Gladstone Avenue. Stefan Mishuk, sorry if I mispronounced that. Thanks, fellow Canuck YouTuber here. Stefan or Stefan? I apologize for mispronouncing, but thank you for the $2. Drop a comment and I'll check out your channel. Thank you. I'm always happy to look at viewer channels on the Sunday night Stumble streams. Do you wear boxers or briefs? Ah. What I wear has both of those words in it. We'll just leave it at that. Barbs is walking your pants off. I've dropped a fair bit of weight lately, so yeah, you could say that. You could say that. Good afternoon, Dirk G. Have I ever been to New Zealand? Negative. Maple Dubs learned the hard way. Driving in Toronto is a nightmare. Did you not see Tom Cruise rant about it? Ricky Rude got the first one. Janine enjoyed looking at the clouds in the sky. Well, this camera has excellent dynamic range. On my Pocket 2 sometimes this would just be blown out. And this is a live stream. The pre-recorded videos, it looks even better. Look at this really pretty nice street. That's very inviting. I'm almost tempted to walk along it, but we're gonna stay on College here because why not? Joe Dancer, cut alive. You appreciate me? Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm glad you caught it. We're at 98,459 subscriber count wise. I mentioned there's an excellent Portuguese restaurant along here, and there it is, Bereda. I have been there. It's actually connected between these two buildings. That guy listens to some weird Euro trashy kind of music, but They've got a garden patio, Portuguese grill house. Maple Dub says, comparing Toronto with Chicago, Toronto is definitely cleaner, but the traffic and construction is way worse. That seems like a fair assessment. Hat 75 on the way, inspired by your friend Jay. Jaycation, who recently hit 100K, and he also recently live streamed around Toronto with Pat 75 at his side. Next time I'm in the same town as him, we'll have to say hi. They have had that same girl on these passport things for at least 15 years. I remember when I got my passport photo in like 2007, seeing that exact same sign. I guess it's one of those things, no need to update. Some cafes across the street. Karen H says construction in Montreal is worse than Toronto. Don't know what it's like to drive here. Yeah, Alejandra, I've done that before. It just automatically like turned itself back on. I hate this phone. I hate it so much. Why am I still using it? Maybe because it was $1,800 and I can't return it now. Shiba Poke. So this is the part where little Portugal is gonna slowly meld into little Italy. Billy T says iPhones blow. I do not disagree with that. And I know there's multiple ways to sort the notifications, but they are still ass compared to Android. I'm convinced iPhone users don't manage their notifications. They just don't even bother. It's such a shit show on this phone. Anyways, Benjamin says, is it cold now? It's about 8 degrees. Oh, we're going by an old YMCA on the right. Hey, there's the biking lawyer. That's me? Hello? Hi, nice to meet you. Yeah, that's, cheers. Friendly guy. There's Dave Shelnut, the biking lawyer, or not him himself, but there's his office. If you ever have a tangle with a motorist, I think that might be the place to contact. And it's always good. I don't know of too many other lawyers that will actually bring attention to cases, like public attention, just to point out how silly it is. Some of the injustices that go on, particularly against those riding around on 2 wheels. Ladybug Tavern, food, wine, spirit, and beer. Vicky says you might add this is the best zone in DoorDash. New York City asking what type of camera I'm using. This is the Pocket 3. I used to stream with the 15 Pro. I've switched over to this, at least for the time being. Brad Palmer is here. Hello, Brad. I saw you had a live stream going yesterday. I didn't have the opportunity to pop in and say hi, but good to see you, Brad. Ooh, look at that artwork. That is drawing me into the other side. That looks kind of like Al Runt's handiwork. Lullaby Nursery and Childcare Center. Can I just say we need more of this? And there's not enough of this on the walls of these shiny new condos. A+ to this business. I can't speak for the business itself, but that's pretty awesome that they commissioned that. Brad says, nice to see you out and great weather here. Thank you. Marge says, I've been taking art lessons from Lisa. No, but graffiti tags I find hideous and offensive. Actual art, I definitely appreciate. It's one of the highlights of walking around Montreal. Billy T says it's a bit loud. Yeah, but it balances out with other art. I like it. I wouldn't want to see that all over the place, that particular style, but I think it's pretty awesome personally. There's a 505 Dundas lurching its way. Caledonian. Well, let me see how the battery's doing on this camera. Oh, 68%, we are good. Pat75 says, Toronto is a great town, it's just too bad it's so expensive. That's becoming most Canadian cities, unfortunately. And it's really kind of unfortunate that if you don't have rent control going into this last sort of housing boom, and you didn't stick to your rent control department, if you're a renter, you kind of got completely screwed. Just random luck if some people are doing well and some aren't. It's not lost on me that I got lucky in that sense. Pat was just in this neighborhood. You're back in Scarberia now. And we are entering Little Italy. Whenever I walk through Little Italy, I'm always on the other side of the street. So let's stay on the south side here. I think there was a cafe I went to over here actually on a live stream once. Clayton Crawford is here. Hello, Clayton. I still need to send you an email. Shiv says, thanks to Doug Ford for no rent control. His bird-brained idea was, if we lift it, developers will be more incentivized to build purpose-built rentals, which was true. We did see more of those built than we have since the 60s and 70s. But what we didn't see was any measurable difference or improvement in rental rates. You can only lift rent control if you have a healthy housing supply, and we do not have that. We don't have anything close to that. Hey, there's Boom Breakfast. Hey. Stereo says, just happened to look out the window at work, saw the camera and realized who it was, then had to wait 5 minutes to make this comment. Wow, look at this little collection of mattresses. Hopefully, they find themselves properly disposed of. Can you invite me to visit Kuwait? Sure, I can't promise I will go. But you can invite me. I believe we are, Clayton. My mom's a bit tired. I think she needs a few days of downtime, but she's well otherwise.
And they're giving them on top of it.
She says free mattress. Yeah, that's something, when you can get a brand new mattress for like $200 on Amazon, I don't think you should be rolling the dice on a mattress left outside. You don't know what has been soiling that, especially since it was placed outside. They might be thrown out because of bed bugs or something else. Mike Landry, $2. Hello. Whoa, look at this. Of course. Yeah.
It's a different story.
What the hell did we just see? Mike Landry, thank you for the $2.
That was cool, eh?
What the hell was that?
Was he pedaling or was it
I
electric?
couldn't figure it out. I'm all for it.
Yeah.
It's
You see the guy beeped at me because I wasn't crossing.
he obviously likes attention. Anyways, thank you, Mike. Thank you so much for the support and the super chat. I think this is where like Olivia Chow had her election party, if I'm not mistaken. Sorry, I just lost my screen here. February is the best month. By the way, you're from Niagara Falls in Canada, but you work in Kuwait for work now. I meet the Robinsons vehicle. Well, he was on Shaw Street. That's a good street to be on for bike lanes. Soapbox Derby gone hard or gone nerd. It kind of sounded like it might have been pedal powered. Technically speaking, if that thing had a motor, it would not be allowed, but neither are a lot of motorized devices that are obviously tolerated, as they should be. Micromobility is a good thing. There's the Axis Theater. It's just a matter of people operating them responsibly. Road kayak. So we're now heading through the heart of Little Italy. Just in case you couldn't tell by the sign there, or the mural. Karen H, $20. Gotta collect my laundry. Thank you for the enjoyable walk in your neighborhood. Thank you, Karen. It's a pleasure walking through your neighborhood. Thank you for the support. I'm guessing that's a mushroom dispensary. Huh. It's not often you get to see inside of these places. They don't really give you much of a view, though. But thank you, Karen. Man, what a quiet afternoon this is. People's Champ Vintage. Oh, there's some Portuguese barbecue. So if you're wondering, I am not quite downtown yet. We are on the West End still. Hey, what's up? Just walked by a viewer. Awesome. Your videos motivate and inspire me to get out and explore the world. You're welcome, Maple Dubs. I need to get out and start exploring more of the world. This is the longest it's been since I've been on a plane in a while. La Cantina, I've heard about this place. Oh, the move-in bike, oh there it is, there's move-in e-bikes. I'll go see if Emerson or Parr is in. Full disclosure, I got my first e-bike from them and they hooked me up with my second one from them. Is Emerson in today? No? Cool. Cool. Looks like it's just one guy, but this is the model I have. Mine's not cool like this one though. There's a white one. That's the Move-In Pulse. Anyways, these e-bikes are super impressive, those Pulse ones. That, next week I'm gonna make a video on the Pulse. I might even do a live stream on it using this camera. I need to make more e-bike content, especially on days like this. Jellybean likes the orange one. But there's so many like cheap e-bikes on Amazon. I think if you have a local place like that that actually sells and services their own stuff, that's kind of the way to go in my opinion. RJ says cool e-bikes. Sheena likes the blue color. And the guys who run that place are super awesome and nice. Oh, we got some. Let's go back over to the south side where I intended to be. And it costs more effective to sell online, but I think they do both. And with the store, there's a lot of service as well. There's a lot of scooters and e-bikes that regular bike shops won't service. You get a flat tire, you need your brakes done. So the physical store makes a lot of sense from that perspective. They don't just service their own stuff. These decorations here. November 17th, Lombardi Square, College and Grace Street. Cavalcade of lights. Oh, it looks like we missed it. We missed it. Don't. Oh well. We continue. Yeah, Pat, I think it's a great part of the city. I think the goal for this stream is just to walk all of College Street. There's Rudy. What's up, Sam? Gertej in the house. Danny's Pizza Tavern. I went to this place. It is very happening, especially on like a weekend night. You might need rezos, PG Clucks. Billy T says computer deals are coming up in college. Not like there used to be. Not at all like the early 2000s when that stretch was pretty much the place to go if you needed like PC parts. I remember buying like an AMD Athlon processor from one of those shops. And it didn't work. I had to get it RMA'd. They wouldn't just like return it. I had to send it back to AMD. That was back before you just ordered it online.
Across the street.
And if it didn't work, you just sent it back. Hey, Burrito Boys. The one on Adelaide Street, unfortunately, is no more.
So you're just stuck with
Greetings, Davmar. And look at this big, wide, luxurious bike lane. Curb protected, wide enough for passing. Unfortunately, they start at Manning. I have no idea why they just didn't do all of College Street through Carlton to at least Parliament. But hey, it's better than nothing. RJ says College Street is so chill this morning, or this afternoon, or today, this evening. I said everything but the thing he wrote. Or she, I don't know. But thank you, RJ, for your comment. Healthy Planet. I ate one of these places lately. That RC coffee place is like vending machine coffee. And right next to it is Bangarang. That's one of the more popular night spots in the area. This place is actually pretty lively at night. Avalon on College. Gaby says I'm coming up on her favorite church transformation. Oh, just up here on the left. In a block, I think. I know exactly what you're talking about. And there is an excellent little Turkish delight cafe. I don't know how else you would call it. They make some good coffees, but they've got some fantastic snacks. But let's go north on Euclid. We'll walk by that church conversion. Wesley says, what street am I on now? Well, technically I'm along Euclid, but we're walking on College. Janine says, why is she standing in the bike lane? I don't know. It's a good question. I mean, you wouldn't stand in the middle of the street, would you? It's kind of the same thing in my books. That little Italy getting its Christmas cheer on. I should go to Turkey. They have great culture. There's a lot of places I should go to. began. I have already ranted quite negatively about my iPhone 15 Pro, but I've still got it. So it is what it is. This is Palmerston here. And Gaby mentioned that conversion. This is such a beautiful street. And it's still rocking those nice fall colors. Well, there's the conversion. You can't see much of it, but across the street we can. Look how gorgeous this street is. I don't think this camera's doing it justice. There you go. What's up, Steve Jeffrey? Do I watch The Crown? No. Yeah, I can take a look. Generally, YouTube handles all the comments. I haven't done my comments in several days, though. What if someone says something stupid, they're really making themselves look bad? Well, I'll take a look. If it's offensive, I'll remove it. Odd Burger. Vivian says that was not a collab, it was a snipe. I guess the terminology for that one would be a snipe. You are correct, Vivian. Lisa says mural by Colin T. Speaking of which, that night where I ran into Yahya and those guys, we walked along College between Spadina and Bathurst, which is what I'm about to do, but that was late at night. This is not quite broad daylight, but light enough. And thank you to all 457 of you for tuning in. We started at Dundas and Roncesvalles, where I had planned on doing a video. It was one of those ones where I did a little bit of research, made a lot of mental notes. I was going to do Roncesvalles and Parkdale. And when I turned on my camera on the streetcar, I was going to hop off the streetcar and start recording. It said no SD card. And I thought, oh no, I guess I'm going back home. And then I thought, no, let's just do a live stream. So I'm out here with an empty stomach, but I'll fix that pretty soon. Gaby says and only 200 likes. There's Sneaky D's, an institution. Hopefully that does not go away with the redevelopment of that building. I can't imagine them finding another space where they can pull off the kind of thing that they do. That was originally located up on Bloor Street in the annex, actually. Lisa says I've done that more than you'd like to admit. Yeah, I normally have an SD card in my backpack. I also normally have one in my S20 FE. And usually I bring a second camera, but today I just brought one camera. I was not thinking. One camera, no SD card. That's okay. Fortunately, I already have a video that I can play tomorrow. I was gonna make the video I recorded today tomorrow's video. Oh well, life goes on. We'll go out tomorrow. Maybe I'll make 2 videos. We're hitting a much busier stretch of College Street here.
Well, he was Nicole's assistant.
You have the S23 FE. That looks like an excellent phone. So much so that I would prefer that over the Pixel 8. It's better value. It's a better phone. It's got a better processor. The Pixel 8 Pro might have an edge on it, but That is way more expensive. There is the green room. You can see the bike lanes here aren't completely done. At least not from like a paint point of view, but they're done enough. Chris Mills in the house. We're going to be walking by the Stewart building. A building that is up for a redevelopment. Sonia loves College Street. Well, if you're along here and you're a fan of street art, check out Croft. This is a laneway turned to street with a lot of laneway homes on it. All right, we're gonna keep on talking and moving through here. It's quite different along here during the daylight. Brian Lee, 188. Brian Lee, thank you for your support. Thank you so much, Brian Lee. Hope you're enjoying the stream. I actually can't see how long the stream has been going since it got cut off and I had to reconnect. It says 56 minutes, but I'm guessing it's been a little longer. Omar AI 5, here you go from Kuwait to me. Thank you, Omar, for the $5. Thank you so much, Omar, for the support. Maybe we'll get to Kuwait. I don't know what their recording in public policy is. I can check out to see if there's much of a YouTuber scene doing walking videos. Uriel Clark, $10. When it rains, it pours. Uriel Clark, thank you so much for the 10. Thank you, Uriel Clark. Much, much appreciated. Look at this ragdoll vintage. You guys are spoiling me. We're at 98,476. 24 subscribers away from having 24 more. 98.5. Oh man, look at this traffic situation here. Is that an e-bike? That is not an e-bike. That guy was riding his Vespa in the bike lane. Maybe he saw what the guy at the camera and jumped out. I don't know how I feel about that. I just saw it and commented. You're a Karen is what some people are probably going to write in the comments. I didn't say it was a bad thing. I just saw it and commented on it. Gordon Freeman, $2.50. You made my extra large Pizza Hut pizza taste better. How did I do that, Gordon Freeman? Curious to hear how I have the power to make your pizza taste better, unless you were inspired by the pizza I ordered on the Stumbles channel. But either way, thank you, Gordon Freeman, for the support. I'm due for ordering a pizza again, but I'm still working on chili that my mom made. I've got 2 left in my freezer. Once that runs out, I'll probably order a nice big pizza. I always have something like that in the go, where I'll have a large lasagna I bought from the grocery store, and I'll turn that into multiple meals. That's how you do that bachelor apartment lifestyle. There's Fancy Frank's. Free Times Cafe. Lisa says I'm not allowed to comment on things, might affect the mood of the video. I think that's a reference to a comment I got this morning where someone said I was overly negative on my video. And they weren't even negative comments. I like literally said, this was pretty good. I wouldn't go out of my way to see it. But if you're here, yes, see it. And someone's like, that's so negative. Like, what? I do not subscribe to the idea that everything needs to be sugar-coated. Gertech says, troll, or some people just expect everyone to see everything their way, and that's just not the way the world works. Jellybean says I made statements. Yeah, and even if I did like express an opinion, so what? You're allowed an opinion. If a YouTuber says something that I don't necessarily agree with or has an approach I don't agree with, I don't care. It's still up to me if I want to watch it or not. That's the way the world works. Hey, there's the urbane cyclist. That's where I got my trusty KHS single speed back when they were down at Queen and John, pretty much. Action VJ says, Johnny, I'm ranting about people complaining. Ooh, I see a mural that needs a big touch-up. Hey, luxury rentals at Yonge and Eglinton, the Park Life. I live at Yonge and Eglinton. I don't even know what building that is. J Park watching from Seoul, Korea. 안녕하세요. 이름이 Johnny Strides입니다. My Korean is getting worse and worse and worse. But we are at a very awesome time to be here, skywise. Oh man, this intersection is buzzing. This is like the most Toronto of Toronto things you will ever see. The streetcars, a car blocking the streetcar because the operator doesn't know how to drive. The CN Tower in the background. Great skies. Chinatown in the backdrop as well. Oh man, look at that sky in that direction. That was just Toronto summed up in one intersection right there. Jellybean says all the things. Car trying to cut you off as you cross the street, also impeding a streetcar. Like, there could be well over 50 to 100 people on that thing. But screw them, they can wait. I need to make an illegal turn. That's why streetcars need dedicated right-of-ways. Anywho, we are going east along the north side of College. We're entering the University of Toronto area. So it's going to be a little quieter. There's a library that looks like a grand old library, but it's not. I quite like that. definitely got that library look to it. That's the Lillian H. Smith branch. But if you're tuning in, the goal is to walk all of College Street. We started at Roncy and Dundas.
And then I go down. Yeah. And I go that's probably why they were like, yeah, we're gonna.
It's quite nice walking along here. Charlie Bean says, get a coffee. I've got something to do after this stream. Janet Thompson, neat story. Yeah, I'm gonna have to check out the Winter Village at the distillery. I just don't like doing these things during like their grand openings. There's a whole lot of like pomp and circumstance, just people standing around. It's always overcrowded. That's why I did the Eaton Center after the big unveil. Just let me walk through it and show everything. My videos are walking videos after all. They're not standing and waiting for someone to flip a switch. Sonia says, go eat. We'll eat. Steve S., love it. Are you going down Spadina for some duck? I wish, Steve S. I have something else I need to attend to. But thank you so much for the $4.99.
In my head.
But that would be a great thing to do. Thank you again, Steve, for the support. Whoops. I did go up Spadina in my last live stream. I was accompanied by Yahya, Liam, Michael, and Alex gets around TO for part of it. Lisa says the glow from the sky through your window is sublime. Let's spin around and see if we can catch that, but I want to cross the street first. Let me just see. Oh, that building is hiding an awesome view there. Jelly Bean could have ordered coffee for me at like a Timmy's or Starbucks. Sheeta. Thanks for playing whack-a-mole with an idiot troll. Feel free to ban that person. Look at that view of the CN Tower. 15 says go on top of the building. Sonia is going to have spaghetti tonight. I have not had spaghetti, I think, since March, since my Parmesan cheese expired in my fridge. I've still got an unopened jar of sauce and noodles. I don't know if they ever go bad, but I saw my Parmesan was no good. Yeah, I just haven't gotten around to replacing it. Making chicken parm tonight.
Which is still a pretty loaded midfield.
Jelly Bean says Toronto man's cooking. Oh, there's a fascinating kind of documentary, not really documentary on YouTube, it's just called Toronto Man's. Just type Toronto Mans into the YouTube search bar. It's already got over 1 million views, I think. David M. Miller, thank you, Johnny, for your live streams and videos. I lived in Toronto for 7 years and you miss it? Your videos help me reminisce about good times. David M. Miller. As I sniffle back. Thank you, David M. Miller. Glad you enjoy the content. I always like hearing stories from people that used to live here and they're kind of wondering what things are like on the streets and they tune into the channel. Just zoom in a little bit. That's the north end of McCall Street. Some classic Toronto view there.
Not really, but kind of.
Skywalking, asking how I've been. I've been good. Other than very forgetful, forgetting my memory card. Ruth says, hopefully I'm keeping cozy and warm. It does get pretty cold at night. I've got this great thing going where I leave my balcony door open, but I blast my heat. It's not good for the environment, maybe. But, oh well, I have a soul-sucking landlord who pays my utilities for me. And there's the Stewart Building, designed by E.J. Lennox, same guy behind Casa Loma and Old City Hall. And that, believe it or not, I've mentioned many times is one of my favorite old buildings, is on the chopping block. That might be reduced to merely a facade. I don't know, I think that's the kind of building I would not be opposed to, like gutting it completely. I think it should be left intact for the most part. It is absolutely stunning. It gives a lot of character to this area. I wouldn't even mind if like a condo spread out of the top of it. Yeah, I don't know how they would do a facade because I don't know. But I would not be surprised if they figured it out. I saw that on Reddit the other day and I was kind of shocked. I mean, we need housing, but there's definitely some history worth preserving. That was Toronto's problem. In the 60s, we lost so much history because we didn't treasure what we had, maybe because it wasn't even that old yet. And we got a lot of these brutalist office buildings. I think we could have been a little more selective in terms of what we kept. Maybe just classify heritage buildings differently. Those that absolutely cannot be destroyed versus those that can receive their facadectomy. I don't know how to say it. Facadectomy. Just my opinions. There's Queen's Park and University Avenue. We got Princess Margaret Hospital just on the right. Sick Kids is there. Toronto General on the left. There's 4 hospitals in total. Novell Costas, I wonder when Union will be made into a high-rise podium. Probably never, but I wouldn't be surprised to see that happen to the Dominion building on Front. That one kind of uniquely curves around with Front Street. At least it says it is a word. Well, if it's a word, it probably came to be from the Toronto construction scene. LR says, curious how many steps you walk a day? Over 20K on average. Today's gonna be a little shorter because I'm only doing the stream. Actually, about 2 minutes ago, I just got the buzz on my Fitbit that I hit 10,000. There's the Mars building. But the goal is to get to Yonge and College. Did a Parkdale walk today, says Lisa. My plan was to do Roncy and Parkdale as a video and then do a shorter live stream after if I felt like it. If not, I had a second video I could do, and then I just would have live streamed tomorrow afternoon. That's why when people ask me if I'm live streaming today, I don't even know that answer sometimes until I go out. I want to kind of have a certain amount of energy and focus, and I don't always know if I'm going to feel up to it. But today was one of those days where I didn't have anything else to do and I had all my equipment out. I did not skywalking. Sometimes the mood ain't there, yeah. And I think it's a lot easier to like do a 30-40 minute walking video than a 2-hour live stream if I'm not feeling particularly jazzed up. I don't know how Action Kid does it, or Henry. Those guys stream almost daily. I don't think anyone needs that much of me in their life. There's the Canadian Blood Services building. So we are almost at Bay Street. There's the fire truck. Less is more, work smarter, not harder. Fake it till you make it, all those wonderful sayings. Do I know that AK is in London? Yes, I chat with him quite regularly. I know where he's going next, and then I know where he's going after that. Sonia, the plan is just to do all of College Street, so it might not be that much longer. There's Aura. So we are well into downtown now. And it's been 79 minutes since I lost the stream and resumed it earlier. So I think that means we're over an hour and a half in total by now. Drew Ober says hello, hello. Jellybean likes Saturday, Johnny. That could mean, where are your commas, Jellybean? You like Saturday, Johnny, or you like Saturday, Johnny? Which one is it, Jellybean? It's like, let's eat, Grandma. Let's eat, comma, Grandma means something very different from let's eat, no comma, Grandma. That means let's physically eat Grandma. It's a classic example you might hear in some grammar schools taught by me. And we are walking alongside the police headquarters, and across the street, College Park, and a pretty good bar, Pogue Mahomes. So she's only 5:02. Yeah, we like to torture ourselves in winter and just make it extra dark, extra early. That's just the way we do our clocks.
She's gonna go to New York.
And here's the part where I think I'm gonna run into a dead end if I stay on the sidewalk. I remember getting sucked into this labyrinth on a live stream. Let's see. No, I think the signage isn't very good, but I think it's up here where I can walk over. There's Franz. No, it's not that cold. Oh, it's opened up now. Maybe I can go all the way. Sheena Roberts, 5 pounds. Happy Saturday. Thank you. Sheena Roberts, happy Saturday to you. Thank you for the 5 pounds. What time is it? 5:04? All right, I think we can. Let me think this. All right, let's just power walk it up to Wellesley, and then we'll call it a stream. How does that sound? We'll get a little bit of Yonge Street in. Not south towards the Mayhem, but we'll go north up to Wellesley. Works for me if it works for you guys.
It was around the corner. We would have had to go.
I was gonna end it there, but I always like the busy vibe of Yonge. And I need to get out at this hour and make more videos with the sky like this. Thank you again, Sheena Roberts. Did I forget to spin the camera around? Thank you, Sheena. Also, whoop, thank you for your excellent modship, supporting the channel in more ways than one. But we're making our way up to Yonge and Wellesley. Thank you, Vivian. The last time I streamed up this way, I was only going to go up to Yonge and Bloor and ended up walking all the way up to Midtown. Skywalker says, how do the shoes feel?
No.
Excellent. I love these shoes. I like my barefoots a little more, but the ultra lone peaks are hanging in. There's a TTC bus detour en route. Andrew Lamb it is, but it's a tad chilly. Making our way up to Wellesley. So this is north, up the west side of Yonge. Ooh. All right, we're at Wellesley. I got a wee little bit of time, and I've got the power walk moving. Let's just go all the way up to Yonge and Bloor. How's that? I won't complain if you won't. Some big crane action going on. Almost got hit by a guy on a bike. Thank you, Matthew. Glad you appreciate the videos. We're just gonna walk up to Yonge and Bloor, not too far away. Maybe next week I'll squeeze in a morning live stream. It's been a while since I've done one. I'll pick a nice route, one with a few coffee shops on the way. So instead of a morning video, we'll just do a stream. Yes, Tesla, that is how you drive. There's that one car almost hit that skateboarder. Sorry if I'm walking a little fast. I am in a bit of a power walk. Super chicken. All right, Lisa, take care. Mark D in the house. Village boy in the house, first time here. Oh, good thing I didn't end it down at college, or you would have missed it. Again, next Sunday is the big, I don't know why I said it that way, the big Santa Claus parade. Last year was pretty awesome. We had over 100,000 views in total. I'm looking forward to streaming it with the new setup. Ritesh says he's been watching my channel for 2 years. Thank you. Sorry if I'm walking too fast. Consider this part bonus footage. There's a look up at One Bloor West, or rather One Bloor East. We're still waiting on that first real snowfall. If you know me, I'm on call, waiting for that first snowfall. I don't care, it could be in the middle of a first date that has gone extremely well. If that snow starts falling down, I am running out the door. Too bad, so sad. Actually sounds like a sad existence, but it's something I look forward to. Toronto will receive snow before Christmas. We might receive snow before the end of the month. Someone asked me like last month when we got our first snowfall, and I think I said around November 26th. I might have just made that up. And we're at Charles Street. That used to be a Starbucks. Apparently that building is up for heritage status. I could pop into the subway station over there, but let's just head up to Bloor. Where are we traveling to next? I am traveling to Bloor next, and that's as far as we'll go with the camera. I had to think about that for a second. And we're at Yonge and Bloor. Beep boop, let's cross. Look into Yorkville. They're gonna have a light festival going on pretty soon. One Bloor West starting to rise right next to One Bloor East. As I start to sniffle, which is my cue to put my stuff away. But I want to thank everyone for tuning in for this live stream that started at Roncesvalles and Dundas and headed east across the city. My cousin from Arizona popped in and said hi. Pretty sure he didn't watch the whole thing, but good to hear from you. Don't forget to like, subscribe, do all that fun jazz. Let's see where we are. Where are we at subscriber-wise? We are at 98,484. 16 away. Huge thanks to everyone who sent support and to our mods, channel members, Patreon supporters. All right, Action VJ, thank you. But let me just make sure we're not missing anything coming in. Looks good.